Hi, I'm Chris Michael with this week's 4 for 4 Sports News. This week's biggest story: the Nazareth football team's win over Emmaus. Not only the biggest surprise of the weekend, but maybe the upset of the year so far. Let's talk about the standout stars. First, Julian Liacci. Opposing teams' defensive coordinator's number one priority when playing Nazareth is to try to isolate him and shut him down and keep him from having big plays. But in the game against the Hornets, he went over 400 yards receiving for the year and 1,000 yards receiving for his career. Fellow wide receiver Zach Kiefer had a monster game against Emmaus with 10 catches, 167 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Quite frankly, one of the more underrated wide receivers in the division. People probably should be talking about him more going forward. Next, quarterback Travis Stefanik with 5 touchdowns in the game, setting a new school record for touchdowns at Nazareth, and has done a great job over the last 2 years running the Blue Eagles offense. And let's not forget the Nazareth offensive line. The big guys up front did a great job of limiting the amount of penalties in the game, which isn't easy when you have a mobile quarterback behind you. But they've been battling injuries all year, and yet they've overcome them and did another spectacular job against the Hornets last Friday. Last but not least, the Nazareth defense forced 5 turnovers on Emmaus, one of the best offensive units in the EPC South. A lot of thumbs up all the way around for the Blue Eagles. Point 2. The Bethlehem Catholic football team's win over Parkland was not a surprise. We told you very early in the season that Becca had the best front 6 of any defensive unit in the region. Week 2, we told you that Randy Terry and Day Rhodes had become the best 1-2 running back combination of anyone in the division. And then 3 weeks ago, we told you that Javon Clemens has grown into his role as the starting quarterback with a very strong and accurate passing arm. He makes good decisions with the football, has 12 touchdowns versus 0 interceptions this year, and also he runs that run option play about as well as any high school quarterback that I've seen all season long. So, was Bethlehem Catholic's win over Parkland a surprise? Not if you were watching RCN. Point 3. There's clearly been a lot of political debating going on in the country, but in the Lehigh Valley there is no question about who the best football team in the area has been. So now we can give you the answer. Unequivocally, without a shadow of a doubt, without any reservations, we can tell you that the best team in the Lehigh Valley this year clearly has been Freedom, Parkland, Liberty, Emmaus, Bethlehem Catholic, Carson Wentz. Hey, this is my wife's credit card bill. What the? Finally, the Eagles are coming off their first loss of the season, but heading into a big divisional matchup against the Washington Redskins. We'll have beat writers from both the Eagles and the Redskins on this Thursday's RCN SportsTalk show to give their insights, opinions, and predictions for this weekend's game. RCN SportsTalk can be seen live at 7 p.m. on RCN-TV, and at that time I'll be joined by the witty and charming Keith Groller. Okay, that's enough. Don't forget you can also catch the show online. Until next time, I'm Chris Michael.